Okay, in today's video, we're going to utilize the fact that similar triangles are proportional to do some shortcuts for some special triangles, 45, 45, 90 triangles, as well as 30, 60, 90 triangles. Basically, because these triangles are similar, they always have the same ratio. So when you have a leg of a 45, 45, 90, and I'm putting orange around the legs here, those are always congruent. So those are always a value x. And then once you know a leg, you could find the hypotenuse by multiplying times square root 2. So this only works for 45, 45, 90 triangles. But it's a shortcut. So when we have a leg to find a hypotenuse, we just multiply it times square root 2, and that will give us the leg. Excuse me, the hypotenuse. Okay, we also know that the leg, each leg is congruent, so leg equals leg. And if we are given the hypotenuse, instead of multiplying by square root of 2, we would divide by square root of 2 to then equal the leg. Okay, so let's do an example. Here, we know that this leg is 4 square root 2. Since we have one angle that's 45 degrees and the other is 90, we know that the third angle is also 45 degrees. Our legs in a 45, 45, 90 are always going to be congruent, so y is going to equal 4 square root 2. The x here is our hypotenuse. So for our hypotenuse, we're going to take the leg and multiply it by times square root 2. So the hypotenuse is x. And x will equal the 4 square root 2 times the square root of 2. When we multiply square root of 2 times square root of 2, this times this, that will equal 2. And what we end up with is 4 times 2, and x is equal to 8. From this point up here, and I'll highlight it here real quick, right here, we could have just put that in our calculator and gone straight to the 8. Okay. All right, let's go on to number 2. Here, we're giving the hypotenuse, not the leg. So you may remember to find the leg, I told you that you'd take the hypotenuse. So here are our legs. Both legs are going to be equal. One leg, our other leg, so those legs are going to be congruent, but we're given here the hypotenuse, so the hypotenuse is 6. So the leg will equal hypotenuse divided by square root 2. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find u first. So u equals the hypotenuse is 6 divided by square root 2. Okay, so now we have a radical in the denominator. That's not really something we want to have. So we're going to go ahead and multiply top and bottom to simplify. Multiply each times square root 2, and we end up with 6 square root 2 over 2. 6 square root 2 divided by 2 is 3 square root 2. So that's our simplified answer. Once we know that u equals 3 square root 2, we also know that v, then because the legs are equal, will also equal 3 square root 2. So those are both 3 square root 2. Moving on to number 3.